I have 4 surprising health benefits of outdoor kitchens. Hi there, it's Tana from Mom It Yourself. I'm back with part 2 of our outdoor homestead cooking area setup. So did you know that there's health benefits for having an outdoor kitchen? It's pretty interesting actually. We have property that is out in the middle of nowhere, and one of the things that I love the most about it is that we always have to cook outdoors. I didn't realize that there was actually health benefits to it, but I've always loved it, and looking more into it and doing some research, I've noticed that there's actually a lot of health benefits. Today I'm going to go over 4 of those. Number 1, it encourages healthier eating. Most of the time when we're cooking outdoors, we're cooking with fresh food instead of, eating takeout or, just having something with a bunch of preservatives in it. I always end up cooking with more vegetables, there's more protein, and plus the higher temperature, that equals less fat and grease. It all just drips away. Number 2, it creates a relaxed atmosphere. There's something about nature that calms us, right? I mean, every time that I'm outside, I'm just more at peace and I don't have my to-do list in front of me yelling at me to do more and do this and don't forget about that. So it's been scientifically proven that it actually lowers our stress hormones and reduces our blood pressure. Number 3, we get more vitamin D. Of course, being outside with fresh air and sunshine not only gives us vitamin D boosts our immune system, and it also builds stronger bones. I didn't realize that. Did you know that vitamin D does that? Number 4, it inspires us to have people over. So we need people in our lives. Even though I am 90% introverted, I have an intense need to have people over so that way I can feed them. When I feed people, it's my way of showing them that I care about them and that I love them and that I care about the food that goes into their bodies. And having an outdoor kitchen, this is what helps to create that space where I can do that. There's some more reasons why that I really want an outdoor kitchen. People love fires. They're a great way to bring people together. You get mesmerized by the flames. You warm up in the chilly seasons, and conversations are plenty around a fire. I also like that anyone can do it. No matter where you live or how good of a cook you are, anyone can go outside and make a simple meal. Plus, cooking outside makes everything taste better. Who knows, maybe you'll get a little extra protein from bugs in your food. I call it extra seasoning. I also really like the fresh air and no mess. Who needs to be cooped up in the house? Go outside, breathe in fresh air, look around at nature, and take a break from the screens. Do you have little ones or someone who's prone to messes? If somebody spills something, who cares? No need to worry about all of that. Just eat and enjoy each other's company. And as an added bonus, your house will not have the cooking smells. Plus, it gives you more space to entertain without bumping into each other, and everyone can help cook and prepare without being crammed in a little kitchen. So where we're living right now, we always call it a catopia around here. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stray cats walking around that have not been spayed or neutered. So about once a month, there's new kittens somewhere on our street. My family usually ends up taking in strays. There's something about little animals that are out there that don't have anybody to love on them. And with having 3 daughters, our hearts are always broken seeing little animals suffering. So we keep a supply of baby formula on hand for just these times. These kittens are probably about 2 weeks to a month old. I don't know where their mom is. We saw them hiding under a vehicle on the street, and their little meows are just so cute. Unfortunately, most of the kitties around here, they already have a little cold. You can kind of see their eyes are crusty, and so we give them this milk, and then I also feed them water with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it. Apple cider vinegar is actually a natural antibiotic. The house that we're building has a small footprint, and so that's why it's so important to me to create this outdoor kitchen. so that way I can have people over, but also make sure that everybody has the space that they need. And so even though this is taking me longer than what I want to create this space, I'm just so thankful that someday I'm going to have that outdoor kitchen and I'll have people over and lots of food, and I'm just so excited. Today, as I'm out here on the property, I'm preparing as much of the smaller firewood that I can. I like to have plenty of smaller pieces of wood to get a fire started. I've mentioned this little DeWalt battery-powered chainsaw in a couple of my other videos, but I love this thing. I love how it starts and stops so quickly. With a regular chainsaw, the chain is still going even after you stop the chainsaw, even if it's just for a moment. I just really like that with this DeWalt chainsaw, it stops right when I take my finger off of the button. I also like that it's lightweight, and usually the battery will last as long as what I'm going to last, which is nice, because it'll tell me when I need to stop. I did forget to tighten the chain before I started cutting the wood today, so that's one thing that I noticed after a while. I was thinking, why is this taking so long to cut through these little tiny pieces of wood? Well, if your chain is too loose, it's not going to cut as well. So I fixed that, and then I was able to cut a lot faster through this wood. It's starting to feel like fall here. The weather's been getting cooler, the air is crisp, I don't feel super overheated every time I'm out here working. It's been really nice. I love this time of year. The mornings have been so nice here. It's been nice and cool in the mornings, and then it starts warming up towards the afternoon, and then nice and cool again in the evenings. I'm super content with working outside when it's in the 60s to 70s, even 80s. It's nice when it's cooler out because I feel like I can work a lot longer. I tend to get overheated pretty easily, so when it's nice and cool out, I feel like I can accomplish a lot. And every log that I'm stacking, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm going to be able to make a fire out of this. I'm going to be able to cook out here. I'm going to be able to bring people together. So as I'm stacking up these logs, I'm trying to think of how can I stack them in a way where it's not going to just fall over. So I'm trying to put the biggest logs on the bottom and the smaller logs kind of throughout and on top, which is kind of challenging because I'm still bucking up a lot of the firewood that I'm going to use to build this wall. But I figure I could just do it as I go along. It's not a big deal if I have to rearrange it a little bit. It's just a little extra exercise, and I'm building my muscles. I'm kind of looking at this project as kind of my pre-building a house muscle. I'm building my muscles right now so that way when we go to stack all the blocks to make our house, I'll have plenty of strength to do it and do it and do it again. I feel like when you look at things like that, it's a lot easier to do things and to get out there and try and keep going, because I just always have that kind of goal in mind of why I'm doing this, or what's the main purpose for why that I'm doing this. What is this going to bring out of me? It's only going to help me to get better at what I'm doing and get stronger. That's my main focus whenever I'm doing anything, is I want to build the strength to be able to do the things that I want to do. I don't want to have to wait for someone else to do it. I want to be able to just go out and do it myself. And that's what this whole channel is about. Tell me in the comments below, what's your motivation for creating an outdoor kitchen? Do you have one already? What's your favorite part? Thank you so much for spending time with me today and being part of my channel. Your support means the world to me, and I'll see you next time.